round 2 of the GameStop Xfinity series. Finally finished with Atlanta Speedway as the trucks were on the track yesterday. As Tommy Tang in the fourth to win, and I'll be here in the Xfinity series, so we'll have someone different win here. So 40 cars getting ready to go battle here in Atlanta for the Renai 250. See, drivers are already lined up. Atlanta hasn't been repaved in a couple of decades. A pretty fast, slick track. Tire wear is definitely a problem, so tire wear and fuel actually. So pit strategy is definitely gonna come in play here. And pit strategy might just give driver the win, might be the winner here today. So having a good pit strategy and good pit stops or keep winning this race. This will get you down to your starting lineup on your front row. Zane Davidson, 11, Leaf Filter Chevrolet Camaro grabs a pole. Marcus Sachi in the 6 starts off right beside him. Behind those guys in row 2, we got Landon Fenway and Steven Thompson, Chevy and a Ford right there on row 2. Right behind them, last two, the two-time champion, defending champion Andy Fell and Ryan Butcher in the 19. And behind those guys, Raymond Fisher in the 88 and Keith Stevens in the 2. Behind those guys, you got Jonathan Buford in the 18. And Jade De La Cruz, a rookie right beside him, has a really good qualifying run. Carson Bars in the 62 and Jack Martins in the 21. Starts off in row 8 or row 6, sorry. Row 7 goes to Daryl Griffin, a rookie, and Jack Halleck, another rookie right beside him. Flying Motorsport or Flying Racing. And those guys, Manny Salado and Luciano Reese in the 42. Starts off in row 8. Marcus Alejandro in the 98 and Oak. And Andrew Johnson in the 0. Then they got Kenny Allen Ether and Beck Moss on row number 10. And those guys, row number 11 goes to Alan Allenton and Philip Parker in the 33. Row 12 is going to go to Jaden Scott in the 48 and Julius Anderson, the rookie in number 14 Toyota. Behind those guys, Malik Nevins and Eli Bright starting off in row 13. And those guys, Garrett Kaplan in the 25 and John Sizemore in the 5. Row number 15, got Evan Rudd in the 28 and Jeff Bright in the 7. That 7, I believe, won this race last season with a different driver. Nick Smith in row 0, start off in row 16 along with Jonathan Wong in 78. Very fast Camaro last week at Daytona. Row 17, Diego Yepez in the 16 and Taylor Price in the 46. They make up row number 17. And those guys in row number 18, gonna have Henrietta Fitzwater in the 39 and Joshua Hyatt in the 4. Two Chevrolets right there behind those guys. They have 52 of Fernanda Aleza and Philip Goldberg in the 44. He's ran really well here in the past. And in final row, we got Christian Vanderbeck in the 01 and last week's winner, Kevin Warren. So as we get you to your race info here, 40 cars is on track, 49 laps for 23.5 miles, and of course the pole, it's Aiden Davidson. Let's put you down the track side for the commands here.
Drivers, start your engine!
Engines are fired and drivers are now pulling off pit road, and we have a car with an issue. I think it's a 12. Has problems early on for one driver. Yep, it is the 12 right there. Tough break for Kenny Allen Ether. So drivers already down into the corners here as getting ready to go green. Zayden Davidson grabs his first Xfinity pole. Marcus Sachi on his outside. Both drivers have raced in the Cup before, so they're no stranger to these tracks. But there goes a pace car down pit road, getting ready here to go green at Atlanta. Green flag is out for the Xfinity Series here. Already to the inside, the 3 car. Pass for the lead here. Landon Finway already going for the lead. And he fell right behind him. Pushed by Raymond Fisher, the 12th still on pit road. Here comes Andy Fell, defending champion for the last 2 seasons. Trying to get a third here. Already with the most Xfinity Series championship. As there goes the 18 now down. Ooh, bumping Wong way down on the apron here. Got the 78 is having some sort of trouble here as he's gonna fall way to the back. As here comes Jonathan Buford in the 18 for the lead. Now the 62 of Carson Bowers to the inside. Going right there with him, also coming here to the front. Jay De La Cruz. There goes I think that's a 98 going down low there. But they're gonna go 3 wide behind him for second, 3 by 3, and I think I saw a car up in the wall. Yes, it's a pole sitter into the wall here as he's gonna fall way to the back where it's still green. Carson Bowers in the 62-year leader, the 48 Jaden Scott now coming. Becca Moss in the 23. Well, the 19 also had some right side damage there. These guys are going like 4 wide, guys. It's never worked in the truck series. I don't think it's gonna work here. 4 wide. 16 Diego Yepes, Manny Salado. Oh wow, they actually made it work. Great driving right there by those guys, but everyone's just being really aggressive here early on. Because up front is Jaden Scott in the 48. We got a Fitzwater right behind him. Richard Vanderbeck is also right there now going for trying to go for second underneath Fitzwater. Car that just came out of pits, I believe that was a 19. And there was Aiden Davidson. They both had gone into the wall, so they made pit stops right there. Tough break for Ryan Butcher right there, and Aiden Davidson is the 0-1 now to the lead. And here comes Nick Smith for the first.
Caution's out, caution's out, caution's out.
5 and a 7. Whoa, 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 whoa. Caution flag is out here as 42 to 6. Heavy damage right there. The 6. We'll start on the outside pole. Raymond Fisher in the 88 also has damage. Caution flag is out of 50. Heavy damage right there. It's their day is done. There goes the 6, Marcus Sachi. Who's having trouble getting into the pit stop. And there they go. So caution is out. These drivers are already coming out.
Alright, we put lane speed 45.
Down here.
Quarter.
Christian Vanderbeck leads them in. 20 is also in. There goes Philip Goldberg.
Put a piece of tape on the grill.
Zero.
Clear out, clear out, clear out.
He's in and already out of his pit stall. Ooh, careful right there. Made contact with him.
I don't know where it's still.
23 is now out. 25, 7. He's going to watch the race off pit road here. Going to be the 33 and the 20 leading everyone off. And that's still on pit road. Dayton Davidson. 19, they got service the car once more. So caution flag is out here for the first time as looks like Nick Smith was the first one out. So Nick Smith in the 00, fastest out of pit road. He's gonna be a leader here once they get ready to go back green. Looks like that's where the wreck took place right there out of exit of turn 4. Let's see what happened here. Oh, the 42 just goes down into Philip Goldberg. Not sure what happened. I think we're trying to get to pit road and then just right into the 2 car. I don't know what he was doing. Then everyone just checked up. See Fisher go around right there. Buford goes around, bumping along in the 78. And still trying to get to pit road. It's a mistake by the driver right there, and the spotter should know better than that. I don't know what the 42 was doing. It's Luciano Reese, the rookie. Gets into Philip Goldberg. I think Goldberg was able to continue. And you see here, yeah, everyone was just trying to check out, go to the outside. They probably don't know what hit them. Fisher went around. 40 also involved. 18, 14 to 4. Oh, and the 52 Harding to Marcus Sachi in the 6, and then Fisher also getting some rear end damage. Doesn't look like a lot of these guys are going to be able to continue. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing or what she was doing. She continued. She was just so determined to get to pit road and returning the 2 and herself along with Fisher and others. Andy Fell was able to squeak by. Fisher nearly going upside down. He was on his side right there. 28 also got a piece of it. Got on board Raymond
Hold your
Fisher.
line. Slowing, buddy, to your right side. Get a hammer, get the stuff ready to go.
Fisher's day is most likely done on board the 6.
That's his guy. Big Rick.
Yeah, the 6 had nowhere to go. I think he
Okay,
said
go straight to the
one out of that one. On board, Duncan Buford.
inside. In front of you. Okay, guys, damage looks fine. It looks fine.
He got the car straight. That was a great driving right there by the 18. Let's look at it in real time here. Wow, look at that 88. It's nearly going upside down. It's 6 to 88. Their day's most likely down to 42. So we're getting ready to go back green here. 2 cars are lapped down on the inside. Zayden Davidson, your post hitter. He's a lap down, and 19 of Ryan Booker. His car pulls down pit road for the 2nd time today already. As Nick Smith, your leader, is going to lead him back to the green. Green flag is out. And Davidson looks like his car isn't slow at all. Looks like he still has his speed. He's going to try to stay on the lead lap here. Hope for a caution. That is very rare to happen when you're lapped down and you take the lead and then a caution comes out. As they're going to go 3 wide. Here comes Pierre Kaplan for the lead underneath Nick Smith. He's going to have help from the 5, John Sizemore. Becca Moss, Henrietta Fitzwater right behind those guys. Here comes 5 now for the lead. New leader, 5 goes out front, but here comes the 23 now. Becca Moss. She's going to take the lead as they go down into the corners here. Goldberg now coming with the 22. I think Goldberg led that time by 3 wide for the lead here at Atlanta. Pretty cloudy day. A lot of these guys didn't know how their car was going to run because practice and qualifying was sunny all the way through. And we had to get this race started. Car on pit road. Right there of Christian Vanderbeck. It looks like they're servicing the car. They had the hood up. As here comes 45 now, trying to get the lead. Guys are racing tightly but safely and less aggressive and all jumbled up in one here. As there goes, oh, they try to go 4 wide there for a second. Nick Smith caught twice of that. Here comes Becca Moss in the 23. You got a 33 right behind her. Philip Parker's got a car. That's Jeff Bright down pit road right there. 33 now going for the lead. These guys in the back. These guys are racing like super speedway here. 48 now going down to the inside. Jaden Scott got the 2 of Keith Stevens right behind him and Malik Nevins. Followed by Jonathan Wong, who was involved in that wreck, as they're all running back up here.
Still there, inside. Still there, inside. Hold your line.
Or some guys coming down pit road now for their first round of green flag pit stops. As Philip Goldberg in the lead now as we pick up goes down pit road. Pierre Kaplan looks like. Zayden Davidson, Carson Bowers, and others. Philip Goldberg, Jonathan Wong, 1 and 2. Here comes Wong once again down to the inside. He was really fast last week at Daytona. Led a bunch of laps as he's gonna come in now, lead a bunch of these guys down a pit road.
45.
Of green flag pit stop. Shows you how quickly the tires wear off here. Those guys are already out of pit road. Here's Philip Goldberg down the backstretch. He should be coming in this time by. As here he comes, he's gonna take Keith Stevens with him. Manny Salado and Jay Dela Cruz follow. '25, Pierre Kaplan. I believe he's gonna cycle back to the lead. You got a bunch of guys coming out of pit road. There's Jonathan Wong in the 78 on Sizemore in the 5 right behind those guys.
Yellow's out.
Definitely going to spread out the field more, so it shows that pit stops will come into play here, obviously, and will probably determine who wins this race. Whoever has a better strategy and a fast car, of course, has to have a fast pit stop. There goes Philip Goldberg now coming out of the turn, and Pierre Kaplan will cycle to the lead at 78 and 5. Barely got into the wall right there. Pierre Kaplan, former Cup driver, was pretty successful. Had some really good runs, so no stranger here to these tracks. There goes a 28 who's slow for Evan Rudd. Was involved in that last wreck. Get around him just fine right there. As Pierre Kaplan continuing to lead, looking for a first Xfinity Series win. There was Jonathan Buford in the 18. Or I think there is a girl. It sounds like a girl. It's probably a boy. Actually, I have no idea. Jonathan Buford is going to be extremely slow. He was also involved in that last wreck. As those guys go around in here, it's right on board.
Gotta be easy on the fuel. We're gonna have to sprint this a little bit. 10-4.
Philip Goldberg, who drove the 18 last season, is over to the 44 this season for Goldberg Racing. Pierre Kaplan in the 25, team to lead. She's part of a 3-car team for Derek Hamill Racing. Her teammate Alan Allison and Taylor Price, 45 and 46. Jonathan Wong right behind her in the 78, a single car team for JW Racing Team. And of course, the 88. So Jonathan Wong, single car team. Done really well here. They are doing well. Did really well last week at Daytona. The JW Racing Team is single car team here, one of the fastest single car teams. Yeah, they are getting that wall right there. See John Sizemore right behind them. They're coming up on lap car Raymond Fisher, who was involved in that wreck earlier on. Here, Captain named Raymond Fisher. Driving for his own team of Horizon Motorsports, John Sizemore. His the highest running Horizon Motorsports, currently running third. There's Fisher right there, running right behind the 01. As looks like
Bringing
those
up
guys
pit lane
might be
this time.
signaling the pit again. And they
It'll be
are.
pit
Here
lane
comes
speed
Pierre.
45.
The first one in. These two are now going to battle for the lead. John Sizemore and Jonathan Wong. That 78 team, I'm really impressed with that smaller team right there. For the JW Racing team, single car team, a little bit underfunded, but they've been running really well here. There's a 20 last week's winner, Kevin Warren. This pack right here got a 0 right behind him. Looks like these guys are gonna start coming in now. As here they come. Kevin Warren for Atlanta Motor Sports. If these two stay out, they're continuing to battle for the lead here. And Jonathan Wong finally gonna clear the 5 and takes the lead. These guys definitely gonna have to probably come in this time. And they are. Looks like, I believe that was Diego Yepes who stays out. It is. As Diego Yepes to the lead here. Driving the 16 for AJ Motorsports, his teammate Mark Sachi in the 6, who's out of the race. There goes Fisher, who just came out of the pit stops. As here comes Diego Yepes now, as he's going to make his second round of green flag pit stops here. There's Pierre Kaplan, who should circle back to the lead. We'll see what happens here. As long as no caution comes out, everything should go smoothly. And I spoke too soon, as caution is out. And we're hearing it's for debris, as I spoke way too soon right there. And that's gonna change everything, as that's gonna shake up everything right now, as these guys look like they're lining up to come back in. As caution is out for debris in turns 3 and 4. That's probably where everyone keeps getting into that wall right there. As another 5 and 78 did it a few times, as they're gonna come in. Any takers to stay out? Yes, Aiden Davidson and Diego Yepes, I believe they're trying to get their laps back. So that caution right there changes everything, and everyone's now going to have to throw away whatever they wrote down and get into a new strategy. See, I always have trouble saying that word. I don't know why.
Ryan, we're going to take the tape off the right-hand side of the lower grill, the 2-inch piece.
It's a 2 in their pit stall. I don't
Go,
really
dig. All the way to the last line.
One goes right by. There's 62 contact between the 51 and another driver right there. Didn't see who that was. It was Fisher, who was involved in that first wreck, and everyone else now out of the pits here. So with that caution for debris, that changes a lot of things here. I don't even know who's gonna be the leader. These guys now look like they're gonna come in for their cars to be serviced. Diego Yepes is gonna lead Aiden Davidson, Jonathan Buford, Ryan Butcher, and others.
Alright, with T-Bub.
Yepes 16.
Go.
Side tires only, and they're out. So, looks like the 5 is your leader. John Sizemore still looking for that. I think he's looking for his second win, actually. I can't remember. Really long time ago, I think he won. For the same team last season, but was in the 1, I believe. Or no, Nick Smith was in the 1 last season. I have no idea what he was. But anyways, getting ready to go back green. 4 cars on the inside are a lap down. And Sizemore leads the field. Jonathan Wong and others. Sizemore already going down to the inside there. You trying to get underneath Jonathan Wong right there. I'm really impressed with how well that 78 team is running. Keith Stevens here. He comes now down to the inside. Still can't get there. Philip Goldberg behind him. It's kind of a 4-car breakaway here. As we enter the closing laps. Got a bunch of guys like lined up down there. On Sizemore for a first one in a long time coming. Philip Goldberg trying to do the same. The last win came at Charlotte last season. Salado right behind him. He's gonna push the 44 to the lead now. Still got a lot of racing to go. Anything can happen. Here comes the 07 now. Manny Salado to the lead. And those another underfunded team right there. Running really well here at Atlanta for Team Monster. Got the two right behind them right there. NROPL Motorsport Chevy, there's another one of them right there. As it looks like everyone is keeping things calm for now. Hopefully we can finish this thing on the green here. This is probably the biggest pack on the track. It's the out front. It's Manny Salado in that 07 Chevrolet. Chevy winning 1, 2, 3, and 4 right now. They're having really strong runs. Got a movement right there. See that 3 go up the block. Keith Stevens, let's ride on board with him.
Inside.
Here, Kaplan just zoomed right by those guys right there. It's up second now. Trying to go back for that lead. Jaden Scott in a 48. Whoa, careful guys. Down on the apron right there. Actually, those guys are coming in for their rounds of pit stops. I didn't think there would be another pit stop, but this should be the final pit stop of the day. Manny Salado continuing to lead. Got 3 now. Landon Fenway going for second. Coming up in lap car 33 right there of Philip Parker. And I think these guys might be coming in now for pit stops. Yeah, because I think some guys only took fuel or left side tires, so doesn't look like the right side tires held up pretty much. And here comes Andy Fell to the lead now underneath Eric Kaplan. That was the last win, came at Homestead to give him the championship last season. I think he won Homestead. No, he won the championship. Eric Kaplan's gonna fight back. Will these guys come in for pit stops? As they will. Here they come. It's like Kevin Warren in the 20. He's gonna stay out. He go 2 for 2 here. The 07 looks like it was either 2 tires or just fuel. I'm not sure what those guys take or took. But out front is the 20 of Kevin Warren. No one has ever won the first 2 races here in the Xfinity Series. He's trying to be the first to do so. He's probably gonna have to come in now for his car to be serviced, and he will. He's gonna bring Diego Yepes with him. As there goes Manny Salado, who should cycle back to the lead. We're coming around to 10 to go soon. Some guys getting out of pit stop right there. Manny Salado looks like he's gonna cycle back to the lead. There goes Andy Fallon in 1. Side by side for the lead right now. The one has the preferred line, however. And get a 4 way down to the inside. Joshua Hyatt. Hyatt. I think he's right there. And go 3 wide for the lead here. A lot of these guys aren't big teams, including the 4s. Up here battling for this lead, battling for the win. Jaden Scott right behind them. Scott now down to the inside trying to make 3 wide. 4 leads that time by. Got a 5-car battle for the lead here. Oh, and we got a car around. That's the 07 Manny Salado.
Caution's down. Hold on.
Oh, big hit. Big crash. Oh my god. Oh. Oh man.
We ring,
And
boys.
that's immediately going to
here.
bring out a
Talk to us,
caution.
bud.
Big
You okay,
wreck
buddy?
here at Atlanta. The 07 who was just leader.
Take our time. I don't want anybody to get hurt. Ryan, what do you see?
And once
Somebody
again,
talk to
things
me
are
down
going to change here
Left
big
side truck
time.
arm is bent. The brakes is, that big V brace is all bent up. The radiator busted. Crazy. How
And
bad does it
now
look from
what
up
the
there? Can you
strategy
tell?
is going to be, no idea. The 4, the
From
16.
the streak of oil, it looks
I
like
think that's
oil
the
up there on the
4.
racetrack. Dude, it's ugly.
07, 98, the
Get it
21
fixed up as
all
best we
involved
can
in
and put it
that
in the
wreck
truck,
right
guys.
there. And that's going to take out a bunch
Done
of
for sure,
contenders,
right?
including Manny
Crazy, we're done.
Salado, who led the past couple
How
of
about, buddy?
laps.
So watch your back here behind the pit
That's
box, so I talk to you.
actually not the 4.
Really
Here comes
wish
the 4 now.
you would stop tearing up
And
these
the
cars.
service, as a lot of guys are going to take this
Hey, Tula, you got your radio on?
and service their car.
You giving our
The
tires,
captain,
anybody?
I believe, will be the
9 or the
leader.
19, why, who's there? Nobody's here right now. Yeah, the 9 or the 19 or the 24 can take whatever they need.
Really big wreck. We haven't seen one of those in a long time here at Atlanta, since the truck series last season, when I believe it was a 46 or something like that. Went up into the catchments to see what happened here. Oh, it might have been that lap car. The 28 got way too close, and one getting into the wall in the 07. Wreck turned out to be much worse than it is tough break for the Manny. So that was a really hard hit. The 20 just came head on. Warren nowhere to go. Neither did the 01. That was a head-on collision between the 20 and the 07 right there, and right into the driver's door. Oh man, nowhere to go for a lot of these guys with oil spill all over the track. The 98 tried to slow down. The 19. Horrible turn of events here at Atlanta. Yeah, they were already close to begin with. I don't know what that 28 was doing. As the 07 saw it, went up just a little bit too much getting into the 1. The 1 probably was like, what the heck is he doing? Probably didn't know the 28 was down there. And then everyone trying to react quickly. It's Kevin Warren, nowhere to go, just head-on collision. That was a direct hit. As if then he gets hit in the driver's side. That's what I'm worried about there. I'm worried about those two drivers right there, as Manny Salado and Kevin Warren. Then the 98, it's the 20 again. Oh man. It is from the spectator cam. Yeah, the 25 went up a bit. The 07 saw it, then he went up and then got into the 1 right there. It was just a chain reaction wreck, really. And then once this hits right here, the 20 was probably going full, well, probably still going pretty fast, even though he was trying to get slowed down. And that was just a head-on hit. Destroyed the radiator on both cars. And on the driver's side, hit by the 16 Diego Pez. They had nowhere to go. It was with all the oil on the track. And 20 gets hit again. Really worried about those two drivers. On board Kevin Warren.
Oh shit, man, they're piling up right in front of you. Stay low, stay low.
Yeah, I don't think he was
You okay?
expecting the 07 to come down the track like that. On board Diego Yepez.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, just right by where the driver's side is right there. That's where you got into the 07. Yeah, we're back green. I kind of missed the start right there. But we are back green and racing here. It's the 22 out front. See the drivers out of the race right there. Out of turn 4, 22 is the lead. Pierre Kaplan right behind him. Here they come now with 3 to go. As they go side by side, I don't think anyone hit onto that last caution. Or actually, some drivers actually did, really. Now let's see if we can make it on fuel or not. Here comes Philip Goldberg now down to the inside. Oh, Goldberg, he's going in the pits. He's not gonna be able to make it. So fuel is gonna come into play here with 2 laps to go. Pierre Kaplan, the leader. On Sizemore right behind him, got a 22 right there now. He's trying to go down for second. Jack Halleck, the rookie, couldn't get there. He's gonna stay in third. And these guys make it. I don't think so. No, they're going in the pits. And now who's the leader? That's the 88 of Fisher. Fisher's white flag is in the air. Fisher, who was involved in that first wreck, takes the lead from his teammate in the 7. It's Jeff White right there. Can they make it all the way to the line? Half a lap to go for Raymond Fisher in his hometown. This is his hometown. He grew up here. This is where the team has their cars in the garage and all of that. And he's going to do it. Out of turn 4, Horizon Motorsports goes 1 and 2 at Atlanta. And an unexpected winner here is Raymond Fisher, who went nearly upside down after that first wreck. He was on his side. He was out of nowhere to win. And Jeff Ryder's teammate finishes second. This is definitely a big win for the team, as this is their home turf. Along with Fisher, the driver who grew up here. And they're definitely going to be celebrating, as out of nowhere Raymond Fisher finally gets a win in his hometown. Jeff Fry finishes second, and then Finway gets third. Great run for him. A De La Cruz, Malik Nevins. Nevins also grew up here. He gets a top 5. Carson Bowards, Andrew Johnson, Jonathan Wong, Harold Griffin, and Pierre Kaplan finishes 10th. As this whole race has been full of surprises, really, as Fisher out of nowhere, that 88 finally scores a win in his hometown. He has never won here before across any of the series. And he finally gets it done after going a lap down, got in a wreck, got back on a lead lap, and won the race for Horizon Motorsports as they go 1 and 2. Bunch of drivers a lap down, and a lot of them out of this one. Man, what a race that was right there. Congratulations to Raymond Fisher as he scores a win. I believe his 5th career win at an Xfinity series. I can't even remember, as he's really good on those mile and a halves. So Raymond Fisher, Jeff Bright 1 and 2 for Horizon Motorsports. Thank you all for joining us here for the NROPL on Fox here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. And tomorrow we'll see you for Mountain Start Energy Cup Series race here. Cup drivers will be getting on track tomorrow. Hopefully the weather's a little bit better. And hopefully that 20 of Kevin Warren and Manny Salado and those 7, hopefully those guys are alright. They're definitely will be update on what's going on with those two. But once again, thank you all for joining us here. This has been the NROPL on Fox, and we'll see you for the MKNCS race.